Hello student, uh, we have to start the topic mechanical properties of fluid, and in that topic the next lecture is on explanation of capillary rise by using force method. So in this lecture we have again derived the formula for capillary rise. Okay, we know that when a capillary, what is meant by capillary? Capillary is a small tube in which a bore having diameter is about 1 millimeter. Okay, and this is a small bore. Okay, I will dip this capillary inside the liquid, and the meniscus formed inside the capillary is concave meniscus, and we know that when concave meniscus is formed, then there is a pressure difference at two sides of the liquid surface, and due to this pressure difference the liquid rises inside the capillary. Okay, and now we have to find out what is the height of that capillary rise and on what factor this height is depend. So in this figure I will show this is a capillary, and the radius of capillary is I will taken as r. This capillary is vertically dipped into a liquid having surface tension capital T, and the liquid makes an angle of contact with solid, and that angle of contact is theta. You remember these three terms. Now when the liquid when the capillary dipped into the liquid, concave meniscus is formed, and there is a pressure difference at point this suppose B at point A. At point B pressure is maximum, at point A pressure is minimum, and for equilibrium the liquid rushes inside the capillary, and so the liquid inside the capillary rises up to height h. Okay, now we have to explain how the forces acts on the meniscus and how the liquid rises inside the capillary. So here I will show the meniscus. This is the meniscus, and we know that this is the particle or point molecule which is in contact with solid and also liquid. Since the meniscus is concave, the direction of surface tension force is along the tangent. Okay, so this is the direction of surface tension force. This surface tension force pulls this molecule, glass molecule, in this direction, but the glass molecules are rigid, so they exert equivalent opposite reaction force. So this is the reaction force, and according to Newton's third law, action is equal to reaction. Therefore this is again equal to T. Now this is the angle of contact theta, and therefore this angle is also theta. That is the angle made by this reaction force with wall of capillary is theta. Now I will resolve the force T into two components, and that two components are vertical component T cos theta, horizontal component T sin theta. Okay, now this T cos theta is act on every particle, every molecule on the meniscus. I will show here. This is the actually meniscus formed inside the capillary, and this is the concave meniscus. This is the circumference, bowl circle shape असणार आहे. Okay, so the force T cos theta act on each molecule on the meniscus. This is T cos theta, T cos theta, T cos theta, T cos theta. So the total force, first I will explain why T sin theta are cancels each other. You check carefully. This T sin theta is in left direction, this T sin theta is right direction. T sin theta both have equal magnitude but opposite direction, is the horizontal components are cancels each other. कुठलाही तुम्ही meniscus घेतला, हे हा मॉलिक्यूल असेल, हा मॉलिक्यूल असेल, ह्याचा T sin theta, ह्याचा T sin theta cancel, ह्याचा cancel, ह्याचा cancel, and all vertical components are add with each other. Therefore only the components is remain here, that T cos theta. Now all these T cos theta produces total upward force, and the total upward force is, you know that surface tension force F is equal to surface tension divided by length, that is force per unit length. I will write wrong expression. Surface tension force is equal to force due to surface tension per unit length. Okay, and therefore force is equal to surface tension into length. So here I will take this T as a T cos theta, and L is the length of this meniscus. If R is the radius of the meniscus, then you know that length of the meniscus is equal to circumference of circle, that is 2 pi r. Therefore 2 pi r into T cos theta is the total upward force. Due to this upward force, the liquid rises. When liquid rises, the weight of the liquid column acts in vertically downward direction is also increases. The stage is reached at which this total upward force is equal to total downward force, that is weight of the liquid column. And when this stage is reached, then you can write as total upward force is equal to weight of liquid column. Total upward force is equal to 2 pi RT cos theta. And weight of the liquid column means you can consider the mass of this liquid, okay, into gravity. And you know that mass can be written in terms of density as rho into volume. Rho is the density of liquid, and volume means cross sectional area into height of the cylinder. I will take only this cylindrical height liquid column. I will neglect this water. And the volume of this cylinder is pi r square is the area of cross section into height or length of cylinder. Therefore pi r square h is the volume into density is the mass, multiplied by acceleration due to gravity. Here the r get cancelled, pi is also get cancelled. Therefore in right side you have to remain the terms only 2t cos theta is equal to rho r h g, and therefore h is equal to rho r g transferred to left side, 2t cos theta divided by r rho g. This is the explanation of capillary rise, and from this explanation you have to clear that the height of liquid column is depend on which factor. It is depend on surface tension, it is also depend on angle of contact, it is also depend on radius of capillary tube, density of liquid, and acceleration due to gravity. So many MCQs are based on this expression, and most of MCQs are based on the expression that relation between height and radius of capillary. You know, check carefully, all these terms 2t cos theta rho g are constant for a particular liquid and for a particular space. Then you check carefully, h is inversely proportional to r, or you can say that for capillary hr is equal to constant. That is, if you double the radius of capillary, the height of liquid column becomes half. Okay. Also if capillary is inclined, and you can given the angle of inclination is theta, then you can take only the vertical height, okay. In that case this expression is also same, h is equal to 2t cos theta upon r rho g. But what here clear, h is not is the length of liquid column inside the capillary, but it is the vertical component of length inside the capillary. Okay, so I will write the explanation in the board. You can see here. Explanation of capillary rise force method, and for that you draw the previous figure in your explanation. Consider a capillary having radius r dipped into a liquid of surface tension T. The meniscus formed inside the capillary is concave, so due to pressure difference, liquid rises inside the capillary up to height h. The reaction force due to surface tension act in upward direction has two components, T cos theta, vertical component, T sin theta, horizontal component, where theta is the angle of contact. Here all horizontal components are cancels each other, while all vertical components are add each other. Therefore total upward force is equal to T cos theta, that is force per unit length, into total length 2 pi r. Due to this force, the liquid rises up to height h, and at equilibrium, that is when rise is stopped, total upward force is equal to weight of liquid column, and you can say that 2 pi RT cos theta is equal to mg, and you get h is equal to 2t cos theta divided by r rho g. You can take a screenshot of this note, and this question is asked for our board exam for about 3 marks, and it is also important for our board numericals. Okay, thank you.